What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another podcast. My name is Alvaro. I got two guests with me today, Bruno and Gustavo. Well, actually, these guys, they work here with me at Builderall. Gustavo works your support, right?
Right.
On Facebook.
Right.
And Bruno, what do you do?
I work with the infrastructure team.
Why don't you guys talk a little bit about yourself, just so the people watching know who you are?
Me first, well, work related or more personal life related?
Well, can you just go a little bit closer to the mic?
Oh, yeah. So be more work related or personal related? What would it be?
Yeah, whatever. Just talk a little bit about what you do at Builderall and about yourself.
Oh, well, okay. Let's start with work at Builderall. Builderall is pretty, I'm pretty flexible into it. I work into various, aspects of the platform per se.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'm support, sometimes I'm in email, sometimes helping people one-on-one. So I'm kind of a little bit all over the place. And it's tough sometimes because I don't know my exact, preference.
Like your job?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like your
the
title?
Yeah, exactly. I'm always confused on it. So I just say support, just keep it all across the board.
You do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, but I don't know the exact preference. So I just say support, and that's it.
And what do you do outside Builderall?
Outside Builderall? Well, my life is pretty simple. I would basically just play football, video games, hang out with my girlfriend. That's pretty much it.
Do you do anything related to entrepreneurship?
I always thought about it. I like the idea of it. I like how much hope and potential there is into it. Especially it's a huge market for young people per se. A lot of people are interested in it. You see in social media and stuff. So I don't know. It's something I'm thinking about, but I haven't really put my toe into the water yet.
But are you going to college?
No.
Are you planning to?
No.
Now this guy right here, you guys probably seen him with me a lot. He started Young Entrepreneurs with me. He's a really smart guy. Not as smart as me though, but he is very smart. He helped me a lot with the project. Bruno Ibihara, why don't you talk a little bit about yourself, what you do, so that people know who you are a little bit better.
Okay, so in Builderall, I work with the infrastructure team. I mainly work with the databases in the Builderall platform and domain names for clients and funnels inside the Builderall. So any problems you have with domains or DNS related stuff, I take care of it.
Is it related to programming? Do you program?
I don't really program. It's mainly system related stuff.
So it's something that people like us wouldn't really know about.
It's like IT stuff.
IT stuff.
And he
IT
answers
stuff.
so quick.
Yeah,
you
just
just bro, help me out.
IT
Boom,
stuff.
he just shows up.
Yeah, anytime I have a problem related to domains and stuff like that, I just either send it to Joey or to him.
I'm convinced Bruno just carries his laptop with him at all times.
The other day I was like, yo, Bruno, you gotta help me. He's like, what do you need? I need you to do this and this and this for me. I have no idea what it is. I bought this Google thing, just install it for me. In 1 minute, he's like, there you go, it's done. Like, God, thank you. So anyways, these guys are really, really passionate about Builderall. They've been with us since how long have you been in Builderall? More than a year, right?
Yeah, way more than a year. I was in 2017 in October.
So 2 years. Cool. And you've been how long?
I started 2017 in the beginning. So
I remember
same time as
we would leave school. Remember?
Go to the office, yeah.
In my senior, senior's the last year, right?
Yep.
In my senior year, yeah, I wasn't really good at school, as you can tell. Which one is the last year? Is it senior or junior? But it's senior. Yeah. In my senior year, I would leave school with Bruno. I would drive one day, he would drive another day. We would go to the office and work until 6. We started out as support, and then we went kind of different ways. I went into the marketing part of Builderall, and he went into more the like he said, infrastructure. I said that so wrong. Infrastructure.
You can just say IT.
IT. He went into the IT stuff. I went into the marketing stuff. He's doing college now. In fact, that's what I wanted to ask you. Remember when we were doing Young Entrepreneurs? For those who don't know, it's basically a funnel for Builderall. He was going to college. He was doing Young Entrepreneurs. He was working for Builderall. He used to do kendo, which is like a sport. It's not really a sport, but
it's a
whatever.
martial art, yeah.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about that? Because I know a lot of people, they think that you can't go to college, you can't work and do your own business at the same time. So just talk a little bit about that.
The thing about going to college, and most of the people who go to college actually they go to college and work, because college you can choose your own classes in your own time, so you can make a schedule for yourself. So for times you're not working, you can take classes. You can also even take classes online. So if it's like late in the day and you don't want to go to college, like actually driving there, you can choose to take classes online, which is like I mean, for me, I don't like it because you have to learn it by yourself.
Taking classes online.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you don't have like someone like a professor to like ask questions to, or if you have any.
Well,
doubts.
but what you're saying, like you're saying, college is very flexible.
Yeah.
But you still have to work, and I mean, like, how did you manage to work? And I mean, for Builderall, go to college and still manage a lot of the tasks that I was giving you at Young Entrepreneurs that we were doing together. You know,
Going into college, you have to make time to do homework, study, and that kind of stuff. But that, mainly if you pay attention to classes and like actually take notes, you don't have to like take much time of like studying that kind of stuff. So you can have that time to work on with young entrepreneurs. You have to be, how do you say this
like
word?
focused. I don't know.
No, like concise. What is it?
I don't know. Ask Gustavo. He speaks English better than us.
How to say like...
What's the word you're looking for?
Você tem que ter tipo consenso, como fala isso?
Consenso. Jeez, I know what you're referring to, but I do not know the word. I know what you're talking about, but I just do not know how to translate that.
Yeah, anyways, you just gotta like manage your time right.
You just gotta learn how to manage your time.
Yeah,
I guess that's
basically
pretty much it.
Because
Alright,
if you're
cool.
all over the place, you're gonna have bad grades, or you won't do your job right.
Like the point of this podcast, I just wanted to motivate people into working online, working with Builderall, seeing the team a little bit better. Now, for the young people that want to work online, the young people that want to work with digital marketing. You guys know a lot about marketing. You work with support. Like you said, you work with a lot of clients. So you know a lot about the marketing things that they need.
Yeah, the strategies, how everyone handles
yeah,
the marketing scenario,
you know,
different
the funnels.
audiences. Yeah, I see it all the time.
Exactly. And you've worked with me quite a while. You know a lot about marketing because we've been working together for quite a while at the Young Entrepreneurs thing. How would a young person, I don't know, 17, 18, how would they start working online? Like, what would you recommend? If they wanted to go to college, first of all, you can let me know, should they go to college? If yes, how would they manage going to college, getting a job, and then working online with Builderall, for example, you know, creating their business, creating funnels, getting authority, creating content? How would they manage that? Do you guys have any tips? Is it possible? Should they go to college?
I would be kind of a little bit against you, kind of like being an apologist for not going to college and learning on your own time and through people's own trainings, for example. Because I think my whole aspect of college would be everyone's learning the same information, right? There's about thousands of other people pulling in the same information as you, right? And then they go out to the field, they have to compete with people who know the exact same thing as you. Like, how are you going to stand out, right?
Wait, first of all, are you against college?
Not like against it, but like I see the point of like
you wouldn't
choosing
recommend
not to.
it?
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it, right?
Okay, so you're against college.
No, I'm not against. Like, if you
Like,
go for it,
college, it kind of depends on the
field.
Yeah, on the field.
Right,
Like what you want to do.
Yeah, like
Exactly.
if you want to be a doctor, you have to go to
yeah,
college.
you
Exactly.
have to.
Yeah.
Right,
So-
that's what I'm saying.
So
Like,
if we're
even-
talking about entrepreneurship right here,
I would-
you would say not to go to college. What
I mean,
about
I'm
you?
not an expert as you, but like that's my perspective. I would say no.
Okay.
Like, I don't know how like business classes work in college, but I don't think they do much like practical stuff. They just like tell you like, oh, do this and that, but nothing like actually how to make money online. So if you want to start something online, you have to just like
You just gotta
go for it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So would you recommend people going to college? I don't know, doing a random major, a doctor.
Right.
No, not even.
I mean, that's
doctor.
That's
necessary.
not random.
Yeah, like some random major.
Like psychology.
Yeah, something like that. Nothing to
Something
do
you
with
can learn on your
entrepreneurship.
own.
That's
You
what I
don't
mean.
really-
I
right.
mean random in terms of not doing anything to do with entrepreneurship. So when I say doctor, I mean like doctor doesn't have anything to do with entrepreneurship. That's what I mean. Would you recommend them like going to college, doing that stuff, and then still working at like not at Builderall, but with Builderall to build their online business to gain authority and stuff like that?
If you can manage time, like, and do all those at once, like, go for it. But some people just can't. They just despise the idea of like taking all this information that other people are taking in as the same as you. So I can understand that, but my recommendation would be learn as you own, stand out, build your expertise from experience. I think that would be way better. I just prefer experience over
Yeah,
knowledge
experience
from
is,
college.
like even like in IT,
Yeah.
experience is like way overlooked at besides
Like a degree.
Like a degree, yeah.
Mhm.
So, okay, so you have a consent like saying for entrepreneurship, you don't necessarily have to go to college to become like a successful entrepreneur. But if for IT, for example, would you hire somebody that didn't go to college but learned on their own? They're pretty good at on their own.
Yeah, like if they show like projects and like they know their stuff, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You would.
Yeah, because college you can like get through it just by studying and not actually learning. So if someone gets a degree in like computer science, for example, and they show up, I say, what would you do in this case? Like a problem. And they don't know how to do it, like, and someone without a degree who like actually knows their stuff, I would go for the guy without the degree.
So how do you feel like you're doing in college? Do you feel like you're learning a bunch of stuff, or do you feel like you learn more here, like working? Because I bet you're like one of the only people who are in college learning, like one of the only people that are learning that degree that is working and learning from working. Or do you feel like there's a lot of people who are doing that?
There are some people who do that because they have like internships.
Is it a lot though? In like what type of work? Do you feel like it's harder than?
Oh no,
what
I
you
don't
do?
think it's a lot of people. No, only like juniors and seniors. Because for computer science you have to have like out of study hours. So
Okay, so
like
I understand,
internships. Yeah.
So like to answer my question, do you feel like you learn more here or in college?
In college, I'm not learning what I learn here, so it's two different things. Like here, I learn databases, DNS stuff, and in college, I learn programming. So programming languages.
Do they go together? Do they combine?
I guess it means like each one has like its pros and cons. There's up.
Yeah, they do combine, but it's only after some time. So right now, I'm taking like basic courses only like after I choose like what path I want to take in computer science.
Like the thing that you learn, like the degree, do you feel like it's going to be useful for what you do here in the future?
Yeah.
Or is it something totally different
Oh
from
no,
what you do?
if I choose like going for what I do here,
Uh-huh.
yeah, it will help certainly.
Okay. So in your case, like the people that want to do that, they want to work online, doing what you do, they certainly have to go to college. But for the people that want to do like entrepreneurship, you're saying that you wouldn't recommend them going to college.
I mean, right. I mean, in the area of
You're
entrepreneurship,
saying you don't have to.
Right. I mean, I have no expertise in entrepreneurship, but basically on what I see from clients and so on, I've seen a lot from clients that they learned basically on the field. They don't necessarily, most of them don't even look like they have a college degree per se. And that's pretty much goes for any degree that's not necessarily like engineering you need it, doctors you need it, any sort of field where you actually need it, like go for it. And there's also the aspect of financial too, because college costs a bunch of money, which actually put me away from college. I did like not so good in high school. I had no scholarship. I tried to go for a sports scholarship. It was tough as well. So I was just going to be in like debt till like I'm 35 or something.
Like you didn't want to get a student loan. How old are you, by the way?
23.
23? What about you? 20,
20,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and student loan is probably just as bad. The best idea would be financial aid, and that enough is tough.
Yeah.
Because my parents were doing good, so I couldn't apply for financial aid. Usually only like, it's very difficult to get financial aid. But
What were you going for in college?
Hmm?
If you were going to college, what would you
That's the
study?
thing too. I would go to all these colleges. I went to like Rollins. I went to UCF. Rollins is really expensive, but I went to UCF, Rollins. I went to Valencia, and I was just going through that whole schedule. And I didn't have anything in mind first. Like my dream as a kid was to be an astronomer, right? But I'm terrible at math. I can't do that. So
like,
I'm just
kinda
looking down this list here, and I just see, wow, nothing interests me.
Yeah, like it's not
It's
me.
nothing. I'm like, wow, I want this.
Yeah.
Like that's the
Yeah.
thing. You have to really want it to say like, hey, I'm gonna invest my money into this. But I saw it, and I'm like, none of these I would even spend like $1,000 for.
Yeah, because the thing with college, like you can start at a certain degree, but like
You can change it later.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Also, this is what I had. This is what happened to me when I was finishing high school. I was debating whether I should go to college or not. I was really passionate about designing, so doing flyers, working with Photoshop. He knows that we had digital design together. He was really good at designing too.
yeah.
I would sit
design,
he had class before me, so our teacher would always show me his work. He showed the class like, oh, look at this student.
Oh, you're one of those. Huh?
He
You're
was-
the example,
yeah,
dude.
he was. Yeah,
No,
and,
no.
and I was like, shit, he's pretty good at designing. and I was too. Like, I got some projects in the school website. If it's funny, if you search up on Google, in Portuguese, vai tomar no cu. is like
Oh
a
my
really
God.
bad word. And I did that for one of my projects, and they put it on their school website.
Oh no.
And they have no idea it's a bad word, so it's
Oh,
funny
no.
if you go there, it's still there. I was also pretty good, so I was debating whether I should do business or design in college. And in the end of the day, I looked at the schedule. I was like, okay, it's pretty cool. I wanted to go to Full Sail. I don't know if you know what Full Sail
Yeah, I
is.
know Full Sail. Yeah.
So it's a really good school.
Mhm.
They're really expensive.
Yeah.
And I thought about it. I'm not going to spend $2,000 a month. So in the end of my, degree, I'll get a job for, $3,000-$4,000 a month. So I looked into the business and marketing degree. And as I looked at the degree, because I was working with digital marketing before I finished school, I was like, this has nothing to do with marketing. This is so outdated. And I decided, you know what? I'm not going to go to college for like the next 1 or 2 years, and I'm going to start working. And that's when I realized that you don't have to go to college to be successful. But at the same time, my point of view changed after a while because I know how hard it is for you to become a successful entrepreneur. So it's not for everybody. So when somebody asks me, should I go to college? I always say yes, because I don't know what they're capable of doing. I don't know if they're willing to put in the hours. Dude, when I started Young Entrepreneurs with Bruno, and he can tell you this, we would come to the office early. We would be the last one to leave.
Mhm.
I would mainly be recording videos. He would sometimes be editing the videos. So it's like you got to be willing to put in the hours. And even putting in hours and working hard, investing money and investing time. The first webinar that we did after 6 or 7 months preparing, we made 0 sales. So it was a total failure. He remembers that. And you got to be willing to invest money, invest time, and still fail, but still keep going.
Yeah, you learn from it.
And that's something that you only learn in the real life and not in college. But still, if you ask me, should I go to college? I would say yes, because I know that 90 or 95% of the people are not willing to do what we did for 6 or 7 months straight,
So you're saying like college is more like a crutch, kind of helps you get there.
What I'm saying is that it's like a trend to be an entrepreneur now.
Right, that's
It's
what
like,
I'm saying.
I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to work online. What I'm saying is that entrepreneur isn't for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that a lot of people are quitting college to become entrepreneurs when like 90% of them fail because entrepreneur isn't for everybody. So what I'm saying is you shouldn't quit college to pursue an entrepreneur dream because you can do both at the same time.
Right, especially if you have a scholarship or something. Like, go for it, finish it.
And like sometimes people quit college and they see that entrepreneurship isn't for them. I don't know about you, but I don't know why you stopped. You stopped doing your like marketing and you stopped your entrepreneurship dream. Did you stop or is it that you're doing something that I don't know that you're doing?
Oh no, I like the idea. So like creating our own like company. Like I've always wanted to have like my own company, but I still like ponder around what like the niche is gonna be about. So like clothing company, gaming company, I still don't know about it. Like I really fancy the idea of like owning your own
business.
having
Having your own thing. So, okay, just so I can understand this, because we never talked about this. After we finished the project, I continued, but it was with something else. You kind of just went into the working mode in college.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if you actually stopped entrepreneurship or if you were doing something else. So from what you told me, what you're doing now is just studying, you're working here to eventually find something to create a business out of it.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Imagine if you had quit college to pursue entrepreneurship and then later on he found out it wasn't the time.
Right, then it's too late for
Like,
both.
the only time you want to quit college is the time where the time you spend in college would be less, how do you say it? Like less,
I know what you're saying. Like it would be a waste of your time.
Yeah.
It's like if you weren't going to college, you'd be making more money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's...
I understand what
You'd
you're
be
saying.
more productive if you weren't going to college.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah.
I see
And
that
I agree
point.
with that.
Mhm.
So that's what I'm saying. Most people, and the reason I wanted to have this talk is because if you're having this talk with people, all of the people who quit college, they're always going to have the same opinion.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you're talking to people in that same area, but people that have done different things, I feel like we can come into an agreement with different views.
Mhm.
And I think this is what's cool about it. Because all of you haven't gone to college, but you're not pursuing entrepreneurship.
Right.
You're working for Builderall.
Mhm.
You were pursuing entrepreneurship. You stopped because you want to do that later on your path. But right now you're doing college. And I didn't go to college. It's not that I quit college. I didn't go because I wanted to do entrepreneurship. And I'm doing that right now. So it's very cool seeing the different views. Now, changing a little bit of topics. Did you see the Logan Paul and KSI fight. Do you know who those people are?
Yeah.
They're like famous YouTubers, right? I don't think they went to college.
Yeah, Logan Paul went to college for
But he-
like 1 year, but then like at that time he was doing Vine and he was like
true.
growing in popularity like
It
exponentially.
was all through Vine, wasn't it? The
Yeah,
origin of it?
Yeah,
he started through Vine.
And like, bear with me because I'm gonna go to a point. I have a point to make.
Okay.
So Logan Paul didn't go to college. KSI didn't go to college.
Yeah, I don't
They
think-
didn't
I don't
pursue
think-
entrepreneurship, but they got really good at one thing. I think that the event they did last week was the biggest event, the biggest online event in history, or the biggest boxing event in history.
I think it was
Pay-per-view?
both pay-per-view and
Yeah.
Because like top 5 is like there's
I think I'm not
There's
sure.
the
I think they
McGregor
passed
and,
McGregor
Mayweather.
and
no
Mayweather.
boxing. Oh no, boxing. Yeah, it will definitely be great. But the top 5 is about relating to Floyd, and then there's one with Tyson in it. I think the top 5.
What they've done is they use their authority to create the biggest event of the year, or maybe of all time. They didn't go to college, but they got really good at one thing. They started doing content, they started doing YouTube, they found their thing, and they went from YouTube to boxing. So the point that I wanted to make here is, even if you don't want to go to college, you don't necessarily have to pursue entrepreneurship, right? You don't have to be an entrepreneur to be successful without going to college. You just got to be good at one thing. And if you're good at one thing, you can make money out of it. And even if you're good at one thing, but then you change your mind and you decide to do something else, if you have authority on that niche, you can actually change the niches like they did. They were famous YouTubers and they went to boxing. They became professional boxers. They made the biggest event in history. But the problem is, and you guys can agree with me, 95% of the people out there, that's a random number that I'm making up, but I'm pretty sure it's very close to that, if not 99, people, they don't pursue their dreams. They don't give a fuck. They get home, watch Netflix, and that's it. So I think we can end the podcast with this. If you want to go to college, you can go. If you don't want to go to college, you don't have to, as long as you get really good at one thing. Even if that's entrepreneurship or not, you just got to get good at one thing. Bruno, dude, thank you so much for coming here.
Yeah,
Gustavo, thank you so
anytime.
much. Do you guys want to say anything else before we finish the podcast?
Anything, Bruno?
I would just say like if you're still wondering what either you want to go to college or not, I would say you can start college because you don't have to start with a degree in mind, because you can do like general courses first and then start pursuing your whatever you want to do. So you start doing that, and then like as a hobby, you put it aside some time, you start doing whatever you like, entrepreneurship and that kind of stuff. Once you reach that point where college is not progressing, that's right.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah,
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, not progressing towards whatever you want to do, you quit college.
You quit,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the word quit college, but
Right.
Well, I
I
guess,
get what he means,
what
yeah.
he's saying is, start college. You might end up liking it. If you don't, you can always quit college.
because like college is
Right.
like
The
a
option is always there.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's what's good.
like a second option.
Yo, okay, quick shout out. What is your Instagram?
It's Bruno Ebihara, Bruno Ebihara.
Okay, what is your Instagram?
Just my name, Gustavo Held. That's it.
Oh, that was really lucky you got that name tag.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Just a quick video right here. We're doing another podcast today. I'm with Bruno and I'm here with Gustavo. We're just talking a little bit about college. Except this time we're doing it in English. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Just stay tuned. You guys will like the podcast. And yeah, thanks so much for coming.
Thank you.
Peace.
Yep. Thanks so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for watching this podcast. I hope you guys like it. If you do, make sure to give it a like. If you do, make sure to comment something below. I would really appreciate if you guys could comment below what you want to see in the next topics, who you want to see in the podcast. And that's pretty much it. Thank you so much. And I'll see you in the next video. If it's a vlog, a podcast, it doesn't matter. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.